And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review, and today I am reviewing Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. This is one of the second game. I played the first one on Wii U, and I got to play this one on Switch. It's been a while, at least in the time that I'm making these, since I have played a Lego game. So it was kind of cool to be back. But sadly, I was kind of disappointed with this game. But before I get into that, thank you to Jeffofthemellows for letting me borrow this game, giving me the chance to play it, as always. So he let me borrow a bunch of other games as well that I will be jumping into in the future for future videos. But first, I got a lot of thoughts on this game, so let's jump right into it, shall we? This is a long game for a Lego game. Lego games are not necessarily always super short, but in my opinion, you can beat them in a couple of days, maybe even a day if you're really pushed for it. Though that would be long. Usually 2, maybe 3 days if you're trying to maybe do some post game content or whatever. Well, I guess longer than that if you're trying to do like 100% complete the game. But I mean, if you're just trying to beat the story and maybe trying to find all of like a certain trophy, maybe 2 or 3 days. This is a longer game than that, though. There are 20 levels, which is not super long level wise for a Lego game. I've played a lot longer, but there's a lot of stuff in between levels that you have to do as well. And that really drives up the playtime in this game, which is good because in most Lego games, it's good because there's a lot to explore, a lot to see, a lot to do, a lot to play with, and a lot to build, a lot of things to see. And there definitely are in this game, there's elements of that. But I think, in my opinion, there is just not as much to do in the open world. And the stuff that you have to do, it's it's forced because you have to complete something to move on to the next level in the story, which is not terrible. I mean, the levels though, those parts themselves are not bad, which I will say. But really, treat this as a 40 level game, not as a 20 level game. And 20 levels, the levels are long. These are longer levels than normal for a Lego game, in my opinion. Um, and that's not just because they cram more content into the game, they draw it out a lot longer. The fights are longer because there's the enemies now have health bars that you have to take down. So, and that's a cool addition. I didn't mind the health bars, honestly. They're pretty cool. And I think they add something new onto the game, which is really cool. And it kind of allows for more variation. So I definitely liked the health bars, but they do draw the levels out a ton, and things are a little more complicated in this one as well. So you have to figure that one out. But I mean, other than that, I mean, there's just not a lot to do in like between levels and stuff like that, and it is kind of disappointing. I would say it didn't feel as much like a Lego game as many other Lego games that I have played, including the first one for Lego Marvel Superheroes. I mean, that one was really really good, and I really liked that game. And this one was not really as much of a live up to. It was very uncharacteristically glitchy and overall just really, really spotty with like its frame rate and stuff like that. And that was really disappointing. And I don't know if that's because of the Switch, but like Lego games are not necessarily like the most powerful games. Obviously, they're not like 8-bit adventures or anything like that, but they're not super, super like demanding. So that was very disappointing to see that. Um, there's also just a lot less of that Lego humor. There's definitely, in Lego games, there's always going to be everything's kind of taken on a more humoristic view, as as they go on different movie properties and stuff like that, like Jurassic World, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, and also Marvel. And I just didn't see as much of that in this game as other games, which really did suck. I did not like that at all. So that was, that's one of my favorite parts about Lego games, and there wasn't as much of it there. There's obviously still some elements with the J. Jonah Jameson stuff, but for the most part, there isn't, and that is pretty disappointing, I gotta say. And overall, this game just kind of feels like a big jumbled mess. Big jumbled mess. It seems like they tried to pack so much in that it kind of became like a neutron star where it collapsed in on itself and then overall just didn't kind of made it worse at the end of the day. It was definitely not a good sequel. I think the first one on Wii U was really good that I played, and I was and with that in mind, I came in with a lot more expectations for this game, and they left out a lot of good characters. I think just overall, just a little bit just overcomplicated for no reason, and they're just trying to throw in a lot of gimmicks. Some of them worked, like the health bars. Some of them didn't. And it's just at the end of the day, you're gonna have a lot of that. But with Lego games, you hold a certain standard, and I didn't really feel that standard, which kind of sucked. It's still fun. Like I definitely, if you're a big Lego fan or a big Marvel fan, I definitely think you'll enjoy this game. I definitely did enjoy it too. It's a Lego game, so I'm gonna enjoy it at a base level pretty well. But compared to other Lego games, it's not that good. I mean, I think this is probably the bottom three, bottom five for Lego games that I've played. And that's something I just did not expect going into the game. So, and that's just what you got to know as well. So my final score, probably thinking, what's his final score gonna be? Then he liked it, but he didn't like it. What's his final score gonna be? 7 out of 10. Underwhelming, but still fun because it is a Lego game. So you gotta take that into equation as well. So that's going to do it though for this review. If you've ever played Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video as well. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more game reviews and other awesome stuff. And until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.